As I promised earlier, I made this stir fry and it needs to be eaten with some white rice. So we're Persians and I'm about to make some Persian white rice. It's a basmati rice that I usually buy from Arab stores, Iranian stores. And here it is. I have already pre-washed 2 cups and I'm going to add it to my boiling pot water. This takes about 5 to 8 minutes, like pasta, to kind of tenderize. In the meantime, I'm going to add some salt to this hot water and stir it. And we're going to wait until this boils. Cooking rice is really easy and everybody has their own recipe. But for me, I like it to cook it like this and add some saffron into it. My husband's from Iran, so I have a lot of Iranian friends and they usually cook the rice white like this with some oil or butter, and then when they're serving the rice, they take some rice out, they put it in a bowl and add some saffron to it. I've already kind of blended or put the package of saffron into a blender, the little coffee blender that I bought, and I kept it specifically just for my saffron. I don't grind coffee in there because the mixture is going to be really bad. If you buy the grinder, keep it for your saffron. The saffron comes in small packages and you can just kind of open it and put it in the grinder. I'm trying to find the packages from my cabinet. The packages are like this. I buy them from Iranian stores. It's kind of expensive. This is like $17. But like gold, you have to be really, really careful with it and treat it like gold, because it tastes amazing. Once you add it into the rice or any other dish, when you're making some stew, you can add a few drops of your saffron. This is saffron liquid. What I have done, I grind it and I add a couple of ice cubes in there and I let it sit overnight on the counter, and then the next day I transfer the jar into the refrigerator. So I refrigerate this for months and it stays really nice and fresh. You can add some more ice cubes later on because if it stays cool, the color becomes more vibrant, as I've noticed. So you really don't need a lot. All you need is a few spoons for the rice or any other dish that you want to use. In the meantime, I'm waiting for my rice to cook and I'm going to stir a little more and check it out. I'm waiting to see the white suds forming on the surface of the rice. Like I have mentioned in my earlier videos, when you're making pasta or any kind of rice, you want to see the white suds forming on the surface. Once you see the white suds forming on full surface of your pot, that's the time that you know the rice is ready to be drained out. With the help of my son, I went ahead and used the colander to drain all the water out. And once done, I'm going to trim. Alright, once it's there, we already had enough salt in the water, so we do not need any more salt. At this point, we just want to add some olive oil. Some people like to add butter, but I don't like butter with the rice. I just use olive oil. And I'm going to mix it up, and some people add more water at this point. I don't even do that either. You don't need it actually, because once the rice is already elongated and soft enough, you do not need to add some more water. This is how I cook my rice, and it always comes out perfect. So once I mix all that up, I use the end of my spoon and make holes into the rice. Once I make the holes like this, I'm going to take a few spoons of my saffron, like so, and drop the saffron into these holes. By doing this, you're gonna give the rice the flavor of saffron. And once you serve it, you're gonna see some yellow rice all around. So good, so delicious. It smells wonderful. You see, like I said, all you need is a few spoons. You don't need that much. Alright, I'm not gonna mix anymore. I'm just gonna let it cook. Maybe I'll add it more oil. I feel like it's kind of dry looking. Alrighty, I'm gonna close the lid and I'm gonna leave it on for high heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once I see the steam coming from all sides of the pot, that's the time I know that the base is cooked really well. You know, you probably have seen some Iranians like to make the rice kind of crispy on the bottom. They call it tahdig, and we Afghans do that too. So if you want to have tahdig, you want to leave the pot on at this process instead of 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. But make sure that it doesn't burn. And at that time, you will have some tahdig. Another way of getting tahdig is you can chop some potatoes in thin slices, and before you transfer the rice into this, you can kind of place the slices of potatoes on the base of the pot, add your saffron at that time, and then pour the rice on top of it and mix it up with some olive oil and make the holes, and after that close the lid. And that's another way of getting that tahdig, which is the crispy part of the rice which cooks on the base. It's so delicious. You can serve that separately. Once you're serving your rice, you're gonna take the rice out, put it on a platter, and the tahdig, if you turn the pot upside down, you will see the base of the rice, and that's called tahdig. You can actually get a knife and separate the tahdig and put that on a platter and put it at your dinner table and chop it up, like, you know, it'll be like a pie, so you can, you know, like pizza, you can cut it up in pieces and everybody can enjoy a piece with the rice. So they're gonna have some potatoes as well, which is attached to it. You could do it that way, or you can just kind of wait, like the way I cook the rice right now, and just wait for it to cook really well on the base. And once you hear that tick 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 sound, that you know that the rice is being cooked and it's getting crispy on the base, that's the time that you want to lower the heat and leave it on for about 10 to 20 minutes and let the rice cook slow. And within 20 minutes your rice is ready, and you can eat it with stew or the stir fry that I just made, or some kebab that you can make with your ground beef. So easy. I'm gonna make a recipe of that pretty soon and upload it. So I hope you like what I have done and you like my cooking. Please like and subscribe my channel. Like I mentioned earlier in my other videos, I'm a newbie and I don't like to show my face, but eventually I will. Right now I'm just showing my cooking because I was cook for my family all the time, and I might as well just go ahead and do this. And I've also written a cookbook. Hopefully it's going to come out, and I will share that information with you guys. It will be on Amazon Kindle for a very reasonable price, and you can buy it and follow certain you know, delicious Afghan recipes that I've written in detail, how to cook it, what to buy, how to prep it, how to cook it, and how to serve it. For each recipe, it's very detailed oriented. The book is coming out soon, so I will share that information with you. Alright, you all, have a nice day and enjoy your evening or lunch whenever you make this rice with your family. Bye-bye.